Hi guys, it's Geography Lover here. Welcome back to another brand new video. And today we're looking at events in the 1940s. And this is the third part of my Decades History series. And again, this series takes place in the United States, so it's more about United States history in the 1940s. So let's get started. So first up, like we did in the previous two episodes, politics. There were two presidents that had 10 years in the 1940s. Those were the 32nd president, Franklin D. Roosevelt, who was president from 1933 to 1945. He won the 1944 and 1940 election against Wendell Willkie and Thomas Dewey. And then his vice president ended up becoming president after FDR died on April 12, 1945, Harry S. Truman, who became the 33rd president from April 12, 1945 to January 20th, 1953. And he won the 1948 election against Thomas Dewey. Some scandal/issues were World War II, the spread of communism, and the atomic bomb droppings on the cities of Hiroshima and Nagasaki in Japan. And this was at the end of World War II to prevent the Japanese from continuing to grow strength, and also to end the war quickly, so that not as many people would die as if they were going to invade the mainland. Some fashion and tech. We have a Kodak camera that was a little bit more updated than the previous two cameras that were more that had a different design. The radio, which kind of moved more to a boxy sort of feel. The telephone, which had a wire to it, and it was a dial tone telephone. A very famous actress named Veronica Lake had a lot of designs that inspired a lot of the women that had short sleeves, long dresses. Their hair was about to their shoulders, and it was kind of to the side. Some of the men wore, of course, military uniforms since they were in World War II, so they had to wear that. And some military officers also wore uniforms and hats. Some entertainment and music. So the 1940s and 30s and 40s were more mostly by swing music, very classic. A famous singer and actor, Bing Crosby, performed a lot of songs during the 1940s. One of them was "Swing on a Star." That was a famous one that was in the 1944 year, and a lot of the Cowboy movies were also as well. Some movies in the 1940s that were very popular were Casablanca, Citizen Kane, The Grapes of Wrath, Yankee Doodle Dandy, Dumbo, and It's a Wonderful Life. And all these movies came out between 1940 and 1949. So controversies and wars. Obviously, World War II was the biggest war in human history from 1939 to 1945, which pretty much was the defining war of the decade. So that was where a lot of the men were. But women were also fighting in the war too. They were going in the workforce and making parts for the men. And they were also fighting as well through obviously being nurses. Some of them were going out and helping drive soldiers. So they were also really involved in the war as well. So the economy, the 1940s started out very low because of the Great Depression. However, during and after World War II, the economy of the United States and the Western nations improved immensely due to the fact that wartime economy does help the livelihoods of struggling families, as it gives them a chance to, make bonds, which help the economy up, because people invest in a bond, it ends up growing the stock market up a lot. And after the war, many people had more opportunities to seek wealth in a better state than before, as this resulted in the baby boom of the 1940s, 50s, 60s, which helped change the nation for a better. So now it gets to some culture of the swinging 40s. Some popular sayings of the decade were eager beaver. So eager beaver, which meant someone who was very excited. Buzz kind of meant news, gossip. Clams, which kind of meant money. Gobbledygook kind of meant something that was disoriented, kind of weird. Doll Dizzy, kind of something that was a girl who was kind of all into it. Above my pay grade, which was another saying, I don't really know that one. And then cooking with gas was kind of a cool saying, so kind of a slang there. So the end of the decade, the end of the 1940s was on December 31st, 1949. And many things happened that changed the course of world history, especially World War II and the Cold War, and that had a huge impact on society. The start of the baby boom also was a huge factor, which led from the 1940s until the mid-1960s. The changes that were made in this decade helped shape the modern world through the experiences and changes, especially of World War II, the Cold War, and the growth and prosperity of some nations. Thank you guys for watching this video. Please subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.